What is up guys, name's Ray and welcome to another Genshin Impact video. So today there is no face cam just because I have a new webcam which I didn't install on the PC, so I guess it will take like 2 to 3 videos before you have your boy back on the screen. But in today's video we're going to talk about SANGONOMIYA Kokomi. The format actually is, should you summon for this character? So as always, we're just trying to analyze the character by what information is given on the official Genshin Impact site. I will put the link in the description down below. And then I will give you I will give you my thoughts about the character just by reading the first informations about the ability. Alright, so let's hop into the video. Alright, so actually Kokomi will be the anniversary character because next week, by the release of this character, we have the official anniversary, 1-year anniversary of Genshin Impact. So let's go over her talents. So we have the normal attack here, the shape of water. So maybe we just want to take a quick look here. That should be like the animation of the charge attack, and that should be the normal attacks. So if you read through the instructions here, performs up to 3 consecutive attacks that take the form of swimming fish dealing hydro damage. Actually nothing special, or the special thing that we could say is that she only does 3 consecutive hits for a combo. I think there is no other character in the game that can do 3 consecutive hits for one combo, so that is pretty less, I'd say. So you just do 3 combos and then she starts over a new combo. The most other characters do, I think, at least 4 to 5 auto attacks for their combo. Charge attacks consumes a certain amount of stamina to deal AoE hydro damage after a short casting time. Because she is a catalyst user, she is dealing AoE damage with her charge attack. That shouldn't be a surprise to us. That's also normal for a catalyst. Now, let's go over to her E ability, Courage's Oath. So we just can see that she does heal here and that she does deal some damage to the enemy. Alright, and she summons like that little thing here. So maybe we want to read through the ability. Okay, it seems to be kinda short. Summons a bucket Kuragi created from water that can heal her allies. Using this skill will apply the wet status to SANGONOMIYA Kokomi. So she summons the Baku Kuragi, which should be this one. And it creates from water that can heal her allies. So immediately after you use it, you will heal and then you get the wet status. So that should be similar to Barbara, but this is a permanently hydro application that does deal damage. So it seems like that. Let's continue reading for that same ability. Deals hydro damage to surrounding opponents and heal nearby active characters at fixed intervals. This healing is based on Kokomi's max HP. So just from that, we do not know of the damage scaling, if the damage scaling is also based on HP. What we do know is that the healing is based on Kokomi's HP. So you basically, I guess, want to build HP on the character, similar to Diona. But what is good on that ability is that it does deal hydro damage consistently, and I think it should only heal nearby character even on cast. So if you summon the Bakukuragi, the question here is, do you heal your characters that are not active just on cast? And afterwards, we know that you will only heal your active characters. So the question is, on cast, do you heal your non-active characters, or does it apply this text from the beginning? Also, what we do know is we deal hydro damage and we provide the damage like kind of consistently because we applied the wet status. I think that is a really good support capability that we can see here, because the difference is it seems like it is kind of a similar ability to Barbara. We apply wet status, we heal our active characters, but what Barbara doesn't do is she doesn't deal damage, while Kokomi is dealing damage. Of course, we do not know about the multipliers for now, how much damage she actually deals. But I actually like the ability. Okay, let's move on to her elemental burst, Nirit's Ascension. Okay, we have the animation here. Pretty cool animation. So personally, I just want to say that I don't like her character design too much, but I really like the kit and her visual arts with her abilities. Alright, okay, now we have a little longer text here. Summons the might of Watatsumi, dealing hydro damage to surrounding enemies before robbing Kokomi in a ceremonial garment made from the flowing waters of Sangonomiya. So we deal hydro damage to the surrounding enemies, so that seems to be an AoE ability. Sangonomiya Kokomi's normal attack, charge attack, and Bakukuraga damage are increased based on her max HP. So that means normal attacks, charge attacks, and her E ability are increased, and this also scales off of her max HP. Very, very interesting. Okay, let's continue here. When her normal and charge attack hit opponents, Kokomi will restore HP for all nearby party members, and the amount restored is based on her max HP. So I think that maybe answers our question for the E ability. Great One can heal her allies. Oh no, okay, that doesn't end, or yeah, it does answer our question. So I guess after you use your E, only your active characters do get HP, not on cast. So if you cast, you just apply the wet status, and then you have to swap into your other characters to get the heal. And for this one, Kokomi has to stay on the field to heal your character. Now let's continue reading. Increases Sangonomiya Kokomi's resistance to interruption and allows her to walk on the water's surface. I think that is very useful, like for exploration, maybe in combat against the new spectrals, because you have to often fight them on the water, as well as some of these slimes. These effects will be cleared once Sangonomiya Kokomi leaves the field. So I think her elemental burst is kind of strange. So it seems like it does deal hydro damage on the initial cast, which is like alright, but I feel like Kokomi has to stay on the field. So she has like a similar problem like Raiden Shogun. Raiden Shogun uses her E, and then she applies like Electro. So she's kind of similar to a mix out of Raiden Shogun and out of Barbara. But before you like scream out, just hear me out here. Now, you usually apply wet status and you apply hydro damage. This also still applies if you swap out your character, but you heal them at the same time. This one has an initial damage cast. We do not know about the multipliers yet, but I hope that they are kind of high. So if you use your Q, you immediately deal some damage. And normally for a support, we're used to swapping them out after the supporter uses their elemental burst. But for Raiden Shogun and for Sangonomiya Kokomi, we want to auto attack, because like Raiden Shogun only buffs herself with her elemental burst, so only she can deal the electro burst damages or the electro auto attacks after her elemental burst. So you want to auto attack to generate energy for your team, while Kokomi is kind of doing the same thing. You're doing auto attacks, E attacks, and also your E ability does count in, but you're doing that for healing your teammates. So you want to get Kokomi out of the field to heal your other party members. I think that is not too relevant for the combat, but this one is. So actually you buff your auto attacks and heal your opponent. So the question here is, how much damage is that actually doing? And how much is the healing? So it is based on her max HP, so I guess if you build HP on that character, the healing will be quite a lot. So we can see like 3000 heal here, that mostly on the showcases. I feel like they do not put any artifacts on them, but it seems like that the heal is kinda a lot, and that is very interesting. So are we moving into a healing meta right now? Or is healing getting more relevant? Because I currently think healing is of course necessary, but it is not meta. If we can say so. Of course, we do not have PvP and stuff. The most meta thing in Genshin Impact is Spiral Abyss, because it is the hardest content. The very interesting thing here is how much damage is she dealing, and how much does she heal, and how relevant is the heal in the future? That is like the questions that I'm now asking after they revealed these abilities for Kokomi. So my advice now is actually that I do think Kokomi is not as necessary for a character. So of course, I forgot to mention that if Kokomi is your favorite character, just go ahead and summon for her. I don't want to say that she is bad by any means. It is too soon to judge. She is not out yet, and we have to try her out at least in the test run, and at least watch her for some weeks to see how she actually works. I won't really summon for that character, but I will watch a lot of content and I will test her like in the test run on the day she's out, and then I want to get my impressions out of her. But just for now, if you have a character like Jean, if you have Diona, Barbara, Bennett, if you just have a healer that is already built and you do not have any interest in building another healer, then I don't think that you should summon for Sangonomiya Kokomi. But the other thing is, if Kokomi is like a character that does the massive damage, that combos very well with your team, that is a totally other situation. But like in general, she just seems like a mix out of Raiden Shogun and Barbara, but a stronger version of Barbara. So that's like the impression that I get from reading through the abilities. So yeah, my overall recommendation for now is not to skip Kokomi, but watch like how she works for your team. But yeah, in general, I'd say I don't want to like give her the title Barbara on crack like most of the other people do, because I think it's too soon to judge that character. I think there's something that we still overlook on that character because she still seems very, very interesting. Yeah, I think that's enough. I hope I could help you out with some of my impressions, with some of my advices, with some of my thoughts. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. And I see you guys next time.